All right, Faze Furia, most anticipated matchup of the day by far. Not quite the El Clasico, which is like Faze and Liquid, but Faze Furia. And I believe Faze generally has Furia's number. Going back to SI, Faze beat Furia 2-0. Even farther than that, I believe they won the last couple matchups, but Reload Furia did get the revenge, ended up beating them and making to the playoffs, which they went on to win Reload. Two best teams in the region, I think, by far. If I made a tier list, these two would both be S tier. So this is going to be a really good match to watch early on in the season. Get this one out of the way before they see each other in the playoffs later. Going Chalet is very interesting to me because I think Faze usually permabans this map. The last time we saw Faze play this map was against BDS, back when BDS, the Falcons team, which is now BDS. And last time we saw these guys play Chalet, yeah, it was against that team. And that was just because it was a best of 5 and they couldn't ban it. BDS ended up picking the map. Faze put up a pretty good showing on it. I think they ended up falling, and it was a crazy overtime game. But yeah, this is interesting for Faze to want to go here. They're either working on the map or they don't want to show their opponents for whatever reason. They don't want to show a different map. Faze also getting rid of Cade Castle, which is really curious. Azami is almost never up in these series, and we're not going to see Azami at all. Cyber, quick entry. Into library side. This looks like just a full-on library take. Souls has an option, obviously, with that knock to lurk. If they were extended Mez, I probably would have expected him to walk in that front door and walk up the main stairs. Pretty solid library take. I mean, they got all the control they need, but they do got to deal with this bandit here on Office. And then Clash is obviously going to be holding down Piano here. Maybe we'll see Souls lurk the site. I'm not sure what they can do for this bandit besides Damos track him. How did they get a nade to stick there? I did not see that. Was able to banner check one side, but it wasn't worth it. Other side got open. Handy's there.
I thought they were able to catch the right-hand wall there, but it still popped open.
Half wall's clear. Now Faze, because half wall's clear, they could just walk in and go for a plant. Once they push this Cade back, nothing is stopping them. They need to go for a retake top floor.
Anything else in terms of hard breach because they just pulled the Habana and
Cade, oh, that is an unfortunate go of fire with the bomb going down. Yeah, you need to retake the top floor right now. Or he's just sticking out from planning. That's a mistake.
Knocks them out and stops the immediate pick back up by some of the fire. They've got themselves around to the front door. 4 versus 2 though.
Okay, good recover. Just the Clash left.
Just Clash.
Should be able to clean up this round pretty easily.
Panicking and in a bathroom. We've all been there. Trying to find their way out.
Overall, a pretty impressive round from Faze. Again, I haven't seen them play the map to a high level before. This has been a perm ban for them for a long time. And that was a pretty good take. Some good problem solving from them. Furia is kind of forcing this Clash. We'll see if A, either gets banned out, or B, they continue to force the Clash. We see other teams. That Loud game, they ran Clash 3 times. Saw it wasn't getting much use, ended up just switching away from it, and ultimately their defenses felt better. Can somebody turn the music off in the background of this Pro League game, by the way? What is happening here? Furia not really contesting too much. On that kitchen, they had one player library early, but he was leaving. He just got caught. Here, on bar, giving him the entire soul side. Playing extremely bunkered with this Clash. Just giving them everything they want. How are they going to deal with this Clash top blue here? Just a bunch of nades and flashes. Nothing crazy. No Capital. No sense like you might see in some other regions. Monty walking up Mez. This is also very common if you have a Monty. They're going to be clearing this Mez player. Handy does get the kill. That's a huge kill. Now it's just this player on blue stairs. That's it. Herds. Really good pick from sight, evening it up. They do have full top floor control. I think is this 3 guys site, 1 guy basement? This is insane. Yeah, nothing really to get. They just have nades for stock.
but this is an area they don't want to be in. Two of them stacked up inside a stock. I mean,
Wait, did he just get an angle over the Clash? Okay, I would be so mad. Yeah, we're getting so far 2 rounds, 0 value out of the Clash.
Of course, and that's going to be really good though for the Monty.
This is going to be a much easier execute now. I feel like Clash could have sat stock and called everything as a permanent Mira. Good trades. But they know Philippox is off site. They should just flood JV92, and that's exactly what they do. Now they just got to hold this guy here, dining. Bomb should just be going down here in a second. Rotating over to the game room. Bomb going down. He's going to know if he jumps out the window.
Well, they've got themselves in, but they're not being quiet about it, so they know where he's gone. Able to step up for a first engagement, and they're just going to play on contact here. As soon as one of them drifts into the firefight, the other one's going to swing round, and well, if they can get an angle on one, there's the pop-up, there's the bit of motion.
Just got to retake top floor and you win.
Oh, a mistake, maybe. They've rotated round above. They should be able to get the watch on.
Philippox doesn't fake? Oh my god. I wonder if he just had that.
And if he had, it would have been his, but it's much easier for us to say that from our perch here above. They're waiting. They're still waiting.
Oh my god. That was so close. I actually thought for a second he had that.
That was extremely close.
I think if he didn't fake the first time, I don't think he peeks him. All right, that's 2 rounds where they gave all the map control and just let Faze kind of just simply problem solve into an execute.
But Furia.
This also doesn't seem like Furia. Furia should be contesting map control. And now we might see him do that on Master. We're seeing a lot more aggressive operators. The Mozzie, the Trap Ops, Fenrir, Malusi. I expect them to actually try to hold some map control here. Enough with the bunkers, enough with the Clash. Alright, it looks like Faze is going to go for this library side, which does seem to be the meta nowadays. Or at least this season. It's like it constantly shifts. You either go from... You do library side, and then people start to figure out library side, and then they go to soul takes, and then people figure out soul takes, and then you just flip it back and forth. I feel like last season was primarily soul takes. Almost every chalet I've seen so far now, we're doing library takes. Blitz quickly into bar. Okay. Handy just got absolutely destroyed here. Furia actually holding on to map control. So far working out for them. That's good trades. See, now if they fall back, it's not the end of the world. Like, you don't have to contest map control, because, like, 3v4, man advantage, it's a lot harder to work some picks here. I mean, they do have the Deimos on board. But you don't want to bleed any picks here for free. And give him a shot this round. Do you have eyes on the guy falling back? Oh, this could be a really good cut.
No, they know he's going to try and get himself out of this position.
He did end up down in KDS, though, outside West. I don't know if he knows.
KDS now down as well.
Yeah, I think this is going to be just a very long, drawn-out round.
All right, held their ground. That should be exactly what Furia does the rest of these rounds.
This time, Faze tried to hit those roamers pretty fast, but it's a simple operator. Like, a lesion was enough to stop the blitz in his tracks.
Really good round from Keys there, too, on the Mozzie. Had the hole. He was ready for the blitz rush. They had it already prepared with the goo mine was in the bar door. Did a really good job covering all their gaps with all those trap operators. All right, what do you take off the board here? No way they ban Clash. And Furia should learn their lesson to not play Clash. Unless you're going to play it aggressively, I would stay off the Clash at this point. Montaigne Fenrir. Okay, yeah. I think that's a good ban for Faze, getting rid of just another trap operator. Montaigne, also not a bad ban.
Makes sense. Fenrir played a lot.
Especially for these library takes. Back to Kitchen. And finally, we're going to see some Azami. Maybe we were purposefully not running Azami the first 3 rounds, so that way we could abuse the Azami here. But Azami, I think this is one of the most powerful maps for Azami. You'll almost always see a zombie ban on this map, just because there's so many cuts on this map, like so many outside windows, that if you want to layer back, the attackers can just sit outside and hold your runbacks, and a zombie blocks all of those, right? You can block off any window, block off the slant window, the K9 window.
sports they hated.
Also, just a really strong op to play Mez, because it gives you a little bit more freedom when you're playing Mez, like right here where Keys is. He's able to block off some of the windows that might be holding him, giving himself a little bit more room to move around in. All right, Faze switching it up here. No more library takes. They're going for more of a master direct. They got Grim, they got Ying, they got Blackbeard jumping into office. Blackbeard does get the opening kill, Cyber. KDS. Wow, this was a really good top clear. Getting rid of the Fenrir and then going for an immediate, like, top floor direct kind of style. Fury doesn't have mute, so Grim is super powerful. I believe Ying was distracting, so like Warden wasn't really kind of doing anything. Blackbeard just jumps right through the K9 door. And it was a good switch up coming off of the third round here. Going for those slow library takes, just switching up the tempo.
JV92, 4 more first fight. Well, even if he does, he's not going to get much further. Nope, that door is closed, my friend.
It's all good for Furia here. I mean, this is an attacker-sided map. It is 3-1, which obviously, sure, would they have liked another one by now? Yes. But I do truly believe you can still kind of get this to overtime. If they just need one of these next couple defenses here. At the very least, they can't go 5-1 though. Just got to win at least one more of these.
Not looking too hot. Which is ironic because we're all hot.
A lot.
The first time we're going to see lower or snow. And this is kind of looking like their bunker strat here.
Because my brain is the same. We find ourselves down on Garrett.
Andy brings Mav. Usually what you're seeing is more of these library snow takes, opening the snow wall with the new Siege exchange. There is that piece of metal that you can kind of plant behind where the green bins were.
3-1 to 4-1 puts them in a very different spot. Gets rid of the Goyo. That sort of stops
early fire here.
They're just going to put the pressure immediately on the back of
just so we can clear the shield? Okay.
No muss, no fuss.
No, just
more of a horizontal take on. I want to see where they're going to go after this. First step, open snow with that Mav. Looks like they are putting a ton of pressure. But are they going to clear library side, or are they just going to take the back side here? Because you see a guy in big garage. One guy outside trench.
Sort of the approach of anyone to try and study them.
Just kind of setting up.
See that they're still droning out. It is drawing.
Still kind of seems like this horizontal. Like again, they got the backside. Herds does get a first kill.
And that frees up that top floor players. They've got to push them to the side. They get the first.
Yeah, they gotta bait out this last fire from Vita King here. It's the only thing that can stop the clash at this point. He's able to just play Boiler extremely aggressive.
50 seconds. Now is the time that we have to make this decision.
And they have a Go Fire on the plant spot. This is looking really good for Furia. And 2 more smokes. Yep, needs to be a... Fire does go out. Clash is isolated now. They just have to kill this Clash. Okay. There's a Goyle Fire there. Wow, that is a huge pick from Felipox. Oh my god, the captain just stepped up. Somehow Faze got into such good position there in that 3v2, and they had long angle wall open. They could have started planting the bomb. They had everything covered. But Felipox hit a crazy shot on that guy, Big Garage. Wow. All right, that's possibly all they needed on defense, but obviously one more, and they're looking pretty good. All right, so that was probably the round that Clash was the most oppressive in. So Nate is going to continue to bring Clash on this kitchen site. It's looking kind of similar to what they had before. He's probably got to play around piano. They did, and now they're bringing the Frost because Faze did show that they have those kind of direct style takes up top, jumping in windows, jumping in the bathroom windows, jumping in K9. They brought the mute now, so they're ready for the Grims. So switching their operator lineup to kind of counter what happened to them last time. But I think we're going to see Faze go for that library side again, because it's been working. Okay, we are seeing this library clear. It'd just be pretty default for these guys. No reason to change takes, since it's been working. But a lot to deal with here. Again, the Clash piano can't push that way. And they're going to struggle to open this wall because it's muted. And here comes the tube. So 40 seconds. We delay this wall. Wait, how did that... Oh, he shot that off from above.
A team who would sit there and probe and look for these weak spots.
Faze kind of stalling that a little bit. What is the plan now? We're gonna need a different call. Blitz down too. It's a good run out, but no one's there. It's 2 C4 kills from Furia. They still have Clash for Piano too. Someone has to hold bathroom windows. Looks like JV92 has it from below. Guys are doing really good at covering their gaps. KDS goes down West Main, and this should be really easy now for Clash. Honestly, looking like one of their best defenses right there. No hero plays, just actually held their ground. Really clean. Okay, 3-3. Even split, yeah. That's good recovery from Furia. All right, there we go. Zombie ban. Fury takes out a zombie. Again, usually that's banned. I've seen. I don't think that's been up in a single chalet I've watched except this game. A zombie clash. I like those bans. Blitz. This might be Blitz's best map. A lot of good windows you can jump in. Those fast top floor takes that we were seeing. This might be Blitz again. This might be a very good map for Blitz. Deimos. Also a really good Deimos map. These bans make a lot of sense. We're going to see Master. First from Faze. So Cade is up. We saw it banned, like Fury banned it. Or sorry, Faze banned it. Cade is up. We could see more of a Cade tube kind of hold. We could see Snowmobile Cade tube, but we're not. We're going to see Master, and this is looking more aggressive style of defense. Defend your Legion. We're extending to library side. We're contesting map control. We are seeing a sense. I was going to say, this is probably a sun clear. If I'm seeing a sense, maybe sense is going to go big window. That's where I like to use sense, because you can block off everyone from office. Pretty much plant anywhere in Master, bed for free. I think it's a really good take. See if that's what Furia wants to do with it. If no one's under, you should just see Keys walking up the Soul stairs. Pretty free with a shield to just kind of take control. It's also interesting to see Keys on a shield, no? Wouldn't have thought he was the shield player. Ooh, this is a good way to use a sense. So now you can play windows for free. Huh. I can't believe that guy swung while the other guy... Interesting. I'm just not sure why he would have swung bathroom. I'm a big fan of that sense, though. They have no impacts, no real way to get rid of it. Cyber could C4 it, but I don't think he's going to. Now he's faking. This Banshee, though, might have gave him away. Cyber does know he's lower. Okay, so they're calling this guy lower. Fellapok's going for a lurk into dining. Legion should know. He does know. That's a good pick from Souls. That was a huge fight. Blackbeard with the goo in him. He's got ADS. What? That should... Okay, he should not have got that kill. That is massive from Souls. Furia should be completely stuffed here. This guy's not even in yet. Still on the window. He's got a swing. Yeah, that's all she wrote. Double swing him. Oh my god, that was an absolutely massive Souls downstairs. If he dies to Fellapox and they lose underneath control, and they keep the Soulless or the sense up, and then the Blackbeard, being able to kill the Blackbeard there, oh my god. Alright, so after Master, we're going Bar. And this is an interesting bar. I think most teams you see go bar are going to bring Jaeger. They're going to bring Wamai. They're going to bring a Rooney with this Mira. Because now with the Jaeger change, you can play in that dark corner pretty easily, and you can stack everything for the Capitao. So you can play in the library corner a little longer. But this is looking a little bit more aggressive from Faze. I expect them to kind of be contesting that Soul side or the Master side a little bit more. With this Mozzie, yeah, they're making a closet rotate even. Probably going to reinforce the Master wall. So they're going to be contesting Soul side here. So weakness to me screams Furia should be kind of doing a rat take, which is taking Garage, opening up stock, clearing library corner, and just jumping in and planning. That way stock is clear, library corner clear, nothing can stop you. Souls is contesting the space, though. He is contesting the space. So yeah, he can at least call, and it does look like they are trying to take the basement. Push him out of there. They need to push Souls out of here so they can open the wall. Not sure where Keys got that kill. Got himself into quite a position. He can't really leave here. It is definitely going to come down to Souls. Again, he's able to hold his ground. Oh my god. This is 2 rounds in a row that Souls is just the thorn in their side. 3 from that spot.
No, stop it!
I mean, stopped by a claymore, but that is
That is why competitive Siege. At the end of the day, this is a strategic game, but at the end of the day, all it takes is one shot to kill somebody. Like, that was the perfect call from Furia to go for that lower take, right, to open stock wall. The only problem that they had to deal with was Souls on the main stairs, and he gets 3. That's 2 rounds back-to-back. Souls is honestly carrying Faze in these defenses. We just don't bleed picks here. And this should be an easy round for Faze. This is just kind of desperation at this point, just hoping that the guy swings. Yeah. Actually insane. Fury could have easily had both those attacks if it wasn't for Souls. Will we see a timeout come out? Not even sure what 100% Igor is going to really call. Again, I feel like they have them strategically. Maybe just a little bit of a sink when we're going to go for that guy. Maybe some utility, make the guy move, whatever it is. We saw the cap fires come out. Maybe we should have saw that sooner before we ended up pushing up the main stairs, giving the guy a 50-50 gunfight. Really just about keeping the confidence here because they've been looking good on attack. Can't get in their head at this point. I believe there's more team houses in Brazil than any other region. I think we kind of talked about this earlier, but I believe so. Team house or facility wise, because Fury or what is it? Liquid has like a whole facility. It's a weird spawn peak. I don't know if I've ever seen that one. All right, this kind of looks like a similar defense we saw earlier today. Whoever played this map. But we're giving up library side because Mira's up, right? We don't have to contest library side. We could just play this kind of mini bunker with the Mira. Ooh, I've never seen this way to clear it. Is he just going to zero cam it? Did this not make a noise? He didn't hear that? I thought zero was so loud. That's interesting. Haven't seen that way to clear that before. Well, that's actually, again, huge for Furia. It's just a mute jammer now. They should be able to open this wall. Unfortunate that the zero didn't get the mute jammer, but they should still be able to open this wall pretty easily. All right, here we go. I'm very surprised JV didn't swing during that. Absolutely still down there. He's just absolutely still. He's not giving away this flank. I love when a good zero works. Are we gonna pop this from below? I'm gonna guess he's asking JV to do something to this Mira. They did end up popping it. Pretty sure you can get that from trophy as well. Ended up drop shotting him. What is this? A Souls life game? For 3 Souls? Souls is single-handedly carrying him in these defenses. What am I watching? He's only 9 and 7, so I don't think he did too much on attack, but my god, he is single-handedly destroying Fury right now. Again, they had him strategically. I've never seen that zero pop the mirror. They dealt with both mirrors. They had everything they needed. They were ready to go for the execute. That should have been an easy plant dining. Oh my god. It's all good. Souls life game. Bringing lots of traps here. If Fury wants to get aggressive, I mean, there's Malusi, Legion, Fenrir, and we see this out of other Faze games as well. I feel like they run Malusi probably more than any team I've watched. And I truly think it's because you normally see a ton of teams run Twitch. People don't want to play Brava.
Birds get Cyber.
And if you do bring Brava, then Fenrir's, I mean, there's still so much other shit. You can't hack a goo mine.
Furia have stopped messing around this round.
That's a really good, I mean, that's just herds being herds. First round Furia going for those early entries finally. Taking the fights to him. Brava's about to eat up though. You got the Fenrir, you got the Melusi, you got multiple BPs. At least 3. I don't know if Melusi also brought a BP. Recruit also could have brought a BP. I mean, this is insane vision here. That is a lot of util. 4 castles, at least 3 BPs, 4 banshees, 2 active Fenrirs. Oh my god. Furia, oh my god. If they would have lost on that round. Holy cow. This is the... Souls is actually the king. This guy is actually the king. That is insane. Oh my god. I mean, what could you do? Another perfect round and then Souls just flanks and gets 3. Oh my god. This is so... I mean... Souls on the Legion again. It might be wraps for Furia. I don't know. It might be wraps after this. This is looking like the exact same defense. I'm a little scared for Furia here. This is the exact same defense. Operator-wise for Furia, it looks the exact same as well. Don't tell me they're going at please don't tell me we're going at Souls again. At this point, call whatever take is away from that guy. I'm almost scared to watch. Okay, here we go. Souls in the basement. Yeah, here we go. Let's take Soul side. Let's go this way. This is good. I don't think it's the best take strategically because you're literally going into the defense, but at least you're not going against Souls. You got big window. I think Handy knows. Oh, almost got Cyber running back. They are falling back. They're layering back. Okay, so they have Master side now. They got plenty of good execute ops here. I think we see Nade rotating outside library. He's got fires for this Mez player if he wishes. There's no Jaeger. There's no Aruni. There's no Wamai. So as long as we just don't get peeked, we should be able to clear all these positions out. And Faze does know it, so I think they're going to fall off the top floor. There's going to be less than a minute here. Furia is being on match point at this point. Oh my god, Handy gets an aggressive kill onto Keys. At this point, he could just leave. They're forcing Fury to do something here. Okay, does get the Mozzie pick. Does get the Warden pick. Okay. Souls is still alive. 4v3. They don't have any fires. They do have nades and flashes for stock players, though. Oh no, please don't go. Please don't go towards Souls. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Cyber with 1. It doesn't matter. Oh, Souls is down. Souls is down. But there's 8 seconds. Oh my. Is Nate gonna get off? Get out. Why are you staying?
Prediction fight on the doorway. Back and forth on the lumber, and Nade pulls out. Now they have 2.
Is this Fighter King's time? Oh. Oh my god. Some actual insane defenses from Faze. Furia, they were in the game. They were in the game. Strategically looked really good. But at the end of the day, like I said, you just left click and you killed people. And Souls was having one of those games. Fighter King stepped up. Cyber was absolutely nuts as well. And I'm pretty sure domestically Faze kind of beats up on Furia. We'll see them in the playoffs, I'm sure. But that was an insane game. I'm not gonna lie. That was fun to watch. Souls was definitely hitting some crazy shots. I'll be excited to see those guys in the future.